Today I'm going to teach you one of the hardest to answer job interview questions. My name is Chris Delaney. I'm a career advisor, interview coach and author to 2 books, Influencing the Job Interview and What is Your Interview Identity. So today I'm going to teach you how to answer what is your biggest weakness. Now most people are terrified about this job interview question because it means you have to focus on your negatives, your areas of developments, your weaknesses. Or do you? So most people score low on this interview question because they literally list all their weaknesses, all the things they're rubbish at, all the things that they need to develop. What interviewers are really asking is the development question. They want to know, how do you develop and what have you done to improve this area of development? The best way to answer this interview question is using the generalization, reframe and summary interview formula. So the first thing you do is say a generalization. I believe that everyone has areas of development. This is really clever because you're moving the focus away from you as an applicant, an individual, and making it about the collective. Next, you reframe the weaknesses into areas of learning. Every time I make a mistake, I always reflect on the situation, the actions I took, and what I could do to improve myself when I'm in a similar situation in the future. Again, a very clever line because the interview question was set up to be negative, what are your weaknesses? And you've made this into a positive to things that you learn, how you reflect and take action to improve yourself on a regular basis. So finally, just end with a positive summary. And this is best done by using an example. So an example of me learning from my mistakes is when I worked at X organisation and we're working on Y project. This situation happened and what I learned from it was A, B and C. The final part is to link it to their organisation. So if I was working for your organisation, the same situation came up, I would be able to do A, B and C. When answering these tricky interview questions, especially the ones that are framed to be quite negative, like what is your biggest weakness, you need to do these 3 things: be positive, be powerful and be talkative. So what often happens is the most ideal candidate is the candidate that has a high level of confidence and a high level of industry knowledge and experience, as you can read about in the job interview book, What is Your Interview Identity? So the people who are very confident will be quite a talkative person, and all that means is they've prepared answers to the questions they know they're going to be asked. So by understanding the job criteria, they can predict the job interview questions and then they can prepare very detailed job interview answers. And by having those detailed job interview answers in the top of your mind, when you're asked that question, the answer can just come out straight away. This makes you seem very powerful and very confident. Powerful people, especially in the job interview, do 3 things. 1, they have large, big body language. They take up the room with their posture and their body language. Their arms are never folded, they're always open, palms are face up, eye contact is very strong, and they nod along when the interviewer is speaking. Powerful people are very attentive. Their attention will always be on the employer. The employer feels like they're being listened to, like they're important, and then that is reflected in how the employer views the applicant as a powerful potential employee. And the final thing is always be positive. Your glass is always half full, never half empty. Weaknesses are learning developments. There's never a bad day, there's always a good day. What you need to do while being positive is smile, have strong eye contact, laugh at mistakes that you might make throughout that job interview. If you get the words wrong or you mix things up, you can joke about that and that helps create a relaxed atmosphere. So a couple of tips: always be positive, always be powerful and always be talkative. So that's how you answer the interview question, what is your biggest weakness? If you go into the Employment King YouTube channel, there is hundreds of interview questions and prepared answers for you to learn to help you advance your career progression. To do well in the job interview, you can download or buy the Interview Identity book or the Influencing the Interview book, which are available on Amazon.